Having a beautiful profile, and when you see profiles after profiles, and there are girls also who go and adventure and looking for a guy. This is not the way to look for a guy. No, you know the guy, he teaches me this. He is not supposed to teach you this. You are supposed to learn from his sister. He is coming and teaching you privately. Rasulullah said the third is shaitan. What deen is he teaching you? So there are cyber Romeos now. Heard this term before? Cyber Romeos. And they are very decent. They will not sound like this, hey you. They will not do like that. Otherwise you will slap this, right? You will go and complain to the cop. He is very decent. Assalamu alaikum sister. Wa alaikum salam. You have to reply salams. And then after a few days he will send you a copy paste of somebody else's wall. Virtues of the days of Dil Hajjaj. And he will tell you. So the sister is happy. His brother is sending a good note. Then a Quranic ayat and the hadith. And one day, sister, are you married? My mother is looking for a good girl. Actually, his mother is not looking, she is looking somewhere else. But he has to use some familiar girl because this is a hijabi girl, this is a modest girl. You just cannot say I love you or cannot send a Valentine card to her. She will be offended. So he is using cyber Romeo. Polite boy, he is very polite. He is using his deen to fool a girl. He is using his deen to fool a girl. So the girl is like, he said, hi, he said, beard also. Oh my God, he gives talks also. He wears coats and ties and and this is an idea. And she doesn't know that this boy is taking the interviews of 10 other girls also. And the poor girl, she falls into the trap. And the affair goes on internet. They may not meet, but the emotional touch, it carries on. And finally when she says, I want to marry, and he looks at the picture, oh, she's beautified. She's dark, I did not see. Oh my God. So she said, I'm so sorry. I will pray to Allah, he gives you a good boy. My mother says no. Put the blame on the mother. This is called cyber romance, cyber zina. Nobody offers the seclusion the way cyber lanes offers you. It's very dangerous, very dark in the cyber jungle. Be aware, whether you are a boy or a girl, whether you are dai or you are a bai, whatever you are, be very, very careful before wandering into cyber lanes. You will get lost in it. And you will still think that you are a practicing Muslim. Got my point? Very dangerous. And few years later, when your husband or your spouse or your wife comes to know that you are talking with a lot of girls, your impression will go down. Your wife will say you are practicing Muslim, and you are telling her that you are having a beard and pray 5 times and you married me. Look at the girls you are talking to. She will also feel pain. A woman is more possessive than a jinn who possesses you. She will never tolerate. She will not tolerate. Husband having a affair. It was 10 years ago. So what? So what? And a man also does not lie. He comes to know. He stumbles upon a message in the inbox of his wife. My God, this boy was chasing my wife to me. Oh my God. And the relations get sour. The relations get sour. This is dangerous. Very dangerous. So keep away from that. So what suggestion I tell? You know what I tell? The kids I'm telling you also. Don't interact on inbox with girls and girls. When you get married, give your password to your wife and take her password. Why? Now the things are very crystal clear. She will trust you and you will trust her. Watching. Everybody knows Allah is watching, but Allah is forgiving. Wife is also watching you. Right? So this is one aspect of making your marriage life very happy. It is not the car and the apartment and your status and your looks that is going to be with you to make your wife or your husband happy. These are the things, modesty, behavior, attitude, these are the things that will make your marriage life happy. Then comes parents, don't forget your parents. Even when they grow old, they need you, because when you were young, they were looking after you. People grow up and they are busy on chatting and their parents are still waiting. No time to talk to parents, don't do that. Maintain the relations, cordial relations with parents and everything. And also the parents of your wife, and she will in turn respect your parents. Otherwise the clash, there was one of the most common questions about girls to get married. What is one of the most common questions? How to tackle mother-in-laws. Because she's already worried. I've heard the story of my cousin. Her mother-in-law was like a headmistress. Do this, do that. Poor fellow, she could not get along. Her husband was a nice man and they got along, but that mother-in-law was a big problem. So one of the common questions the girl worries about at the time of getting married, how is my mother-in-law? She inquires more about the mother-in-law than the husband. Then how many sisters my husband to be had. Because she has heard the stories of the sisters-in-law fighting with the brother's wife, and long stories and big wars and fights. So she is worried about that. So if you respect her parents, she will respect your parents. If you look after her parents, she will respect your parents. Allah says in the Quran, Hal jazaa'ul ihsan illa ihsan. Can there be a better response to ihsan if you do good to somebody? Can there be something lesser than that? No. Allah says you will get better if you do good. لِلَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنًا. Those who do good in this world, for them is good also. In this world, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. So, these are the few things, and one more last thing I would like to share, because I know that this lecture is getting too long, and I know you want to go home, you want to have dinner, somebody of you want to eat isha also. I'll cut short now. Among the most important things you should be taking care of is that don't delay the marriage. First, finally, don't do ghibah. One of the things that destroys the marriage. Ghibah is a sin which a Muslim repents before and then commits the sin afterwards. Oh, may Allah forgive me. That brother, that sister is like that. So he says, Tawbah, astaghfirullah. That brother is like that, that sister is like that. As if saying astaghfar before doing ghibah of somebody gives you a license to commit a sin. Can you say Bismillah and drink alcohol? Haram is haram. Even if you say astaghfar and do it, it does not wipe away your sin. And ghibah destroys the life. Happiness, Allah says, it's like eating the dead body of your Muslim brother, the flesh of your dead brother. It is so disliked by Allah because it destroys the happiness in the society. Be tolerant if somebody speaks about you, okay, a fool, forgive people, overlook the fault. These were the few tips about wedding, career and marriage life. Let me sum up. Don't delay your marriages. All of you, almost all of you, have reached the age of puberty. Start earning and look for a spouse. Ask your parents. Don't look on your own and run away with somebody. Nisaar said like this and that. And there is nobody doing recording that I can prove my Muslim. So, tell your parents, and boys, start speaking to your parents that you're looking for a good girl, because you don't want to delay. There is nothing to be ashamed of. And also, the girls, the sisters can also tell their parents and their aunties and their elder sisters, please tell my parents. If she is ashamed to tell, then kindly get us married. And Islam permits it. There was a Sahabiya who got widowed, and she delivered the child after 6 days or 7 days. And on the 8th day she took a bath and beautified herself. So the brother objected, you are a widow and the iddah. She said, my iddah is over. Now look for another husband for me in 7 days. So the man went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and inquired, Ya Rasulullah, my sister is doing like that. Her husband died 8 days back. She delivered the child and now she is taking a bath and saying that I should look for a husband for her. Rasulullah said, yes, the iddah is over. So there is nothing ashamed to be of. See to it that what Allah has given you a blessing, the youth is a blessing. Don't waste it in the dreams by masturbating. Don't waste it by watching pornography and dreaming about sex life of other people and getting happy. Other people eating ice creams and cola and you are getting happy. These type of things doesn't happen in practical life. Be good, be modest, get married and seek blessings from Allah. As Allah says in the Quran, Surah Furqan, Allah says in Surah Furqan that bestow upon us wives and children who would be the coolness of our eyes. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Jazakallah Khair, for the much informative speech. I have surely learnt a lot today. I'll go back home and lecture my brother as well. He's unmarried. Now we open the floor for question and answer session. You may raise your hand, or you may also write your question on a piece of paper and pass it to the front.